Greetings! If you're here, you've escaped the streaming void to consider the communal darkness of the movie theater. I'm here to dissect this weekend's box office, where cinematic dreams are crowned or crushed. Today, we'll autopsy the top 5 films that captured the public's fleeting attention. From original horror to nostalgic comedies and family fare, it's a curious menagerie. So settle in. Let's begin the examination of what you chose to watch this weekend. At the top of the box office, we find Weapons, clawing its way to number 1 with a staggering $42.5 million opening weekend. The film's arrival has electrified theaters across the country, drawing crowds eager for something truly different. No spandex, no recycled IP, just pure original horror. In an era dominated by sequels and superhero franchises, Weapons is a breath of fresh, chilling air. Audiences still crave genuine fear, and Weapons delivers it in spades. The tension in the theater is palpable, with every gasp and nervous laugh echoing through the dark. It's the second original horror film this year to seize the crown, a rare feat in today's cinematic landscape. This signals a shift in what moviegoers are seeking. Critics are nearly unanimous, 95% positive reviews, praising its intelligence, atmosphere, and the way it subverts expectations. The film's smart storytelling has become a talking point. Director Zachcregger has outdone his own Barbarian, showing real evolution as a filmmaker. His vision is sharper, his confidence unmistakable. Weapons is more than a movie. It's a statement that originality can still win. It's a rallying cry for bold, new voices in horror. It burrows into your psyche, lingering long after the credits. The film's unsettling images and ideas haunt viewers, sparking late-night conversations. The story, without spoilers, explores paranoia and hidden darkness in ordinary places. It taps into universal fears, making the familiar suddenly sinister. The dread builds slowly, earning every scare. Each moment is carefully crafted, drawing the audience deeper into its web. Marketing was subtle, relying on word of mouth and mystery. The campaign let curiosity and anticipation do the heavy lifting. Audiences weren't just sold a product, they were invited to uncover a shared suspense. The experience became communal, with viewers piecing together clues and theories. The film's cold, precise cinematography and haunting sound design create a complete sensory experience. Every frame and sound is meticulously designed to unsettle. In a sea of predictable blockbusters, Weapons stands as a beacon of grim originality. It's a reminder that risk-taking can pay off. It challenges and respects its audience, frightening in meaningful ways. The film trusts viewers to engage with its deeper themes. Its box office dominance is both a financial and cultural victory, proving that audiences will show up for something new and daring. It proves there's a hunger for stories that explore the darker corners of the human condition. People want to be challenged, not just entertained. For those who appreciate the macabre, the success of Weapons is a joyous occasion. It's a win for horror fans everywhere. It's a sign that the world, at least at the movies, is getting more interesting. Audiences are ready for stories that surprise and unsettle. In short, horror, when done right, is still cinema's most potent weapon. It can move us, scare us, and make us think. Weapons didn't just win the weekend, it changed the conversation. And that's worth celebrating, both for the genre and for movie lovers everywhere. Next, we descend into the uncanny valley of the legacy sequel, Freakier Friday, a film that seems to exist in a world where the past is never truly gone, just waiting to be remixed for a new audience. Landing in second place with a solid $29 million, it's clear that nostalgia still has a powerful pull at the box office. This body-swap comedy, resurrected from its 2003 origins, is Disney's latest attempt to bottle lightning twice, banking on the familiar to draw crowds. The appeal is obvious: familiar faces, family-friendly comfort, and a safe bet for moviegoers of all ages, from kids to grandparents. It's a film designed to please both the original fans, now adults seeking a dose of nostalgia, and a brand new generation discovering the story for the first time. The return of the original cast is the main draw, a bittersweet echo of the past that tugs at the heartstrings and memories of longtime fans. The comedy is gentle, predictable, and soothing, cinematic comfort food that asks little of its audience but delivers plenty of smiles. It doesn't challenge, it pacifies, offering a familiar escape from the unpredictability of real life. Disney comedies with a nostalgic hook are reliable performers, and this film is no exception to that well-established rule. The $29 million opening weekend proves the enduring power of branding and the effectiveness of a simple, high-concept premise that everyone can understand. The story likely cycles through familiar territory, adults and kids swapping lives, learning lessons, and history repeating itself, but with a few modern twists to keep things fresh. The laughter is more about recognition than surprise, as audiences delight in seeing old jokes and scenarios reimagined. Still, it found its audience and delivered exactly what was promised, a feel-good, crowd-pleasing experience. It's a well-oiled machine, perfectly calibrated for mass consumption, engineered to maximize comfort and minimize risk. In the box office ecosystem, Freakier Friday is the reliable herbivore, steady, unremarkable, but absolutely necessary for the industry's balance. It's the antithesis of Weapons, safe, nostalgic, and unthreatening, offering a gentle alternative to more daring fare. Both types of films serve a purpose, even if one is less interesting to dissect or debate in depth. Freakier Friday is cinematic comfort food for uncertain times, a gentle reminder that sometimes predictability is exactly what we crave. It won't be remembered for risk-taking, but it will be remembered for making people feel good. Sometimes that's enough, and sometimes that's all we really need. It's a reminder that the past, for better or worse, is always just a sequel away, ready to be rediscovered and reimagined. And for Disney, that's a winning formula, one that keeps audiences coming back, generation after generation. Even if it's not the most exciting one, it's a formula that works, and in Hollywood, that's often what matters most. In third, we find The Fantastic Four: First Steps, now in its third week. It earned $15.50 million, a steep 60% drop from last week. The total haul? $230.4 million. Financially strong, but fading fast. This is the modern blockbuster cycle explosive opening, rapid decay. The superhero genre feels more like episodic TV than event cinema now. Audiences show up out of habit, not passion. First Steps was meant as a fresh start, a hopeful reboot for a troubled franchise. But the formula is familiar origin story, powers, teamwork, world-ending threat. The challenge was to make it feel new, one it only partially met. The steep drop suggests mild interest, not devotion. People came for the opening, but aren't coming back. It's a successful transaction, not a cultural phenomenon. The film is a reminder of Hollywood's relentless cycle: reboot, release, repeat. Characters are trapped in a loop, forever learning the same lessons. It's a Sisyphean task, pushing the boulder of an origin story up the hill, only to start again. First Steps is big, loud, and profitable, but ultimately ephemeral. It's a fleeting spectacle, soon to be replaced by the next nearly identical one. The franchise survives, but the magic is fading. Audiences want more than just another reboot. For now, The Fantastic Four is a ghost in the machine, already fading from view. The cycle continues, but the excitement is gone. And that's the real curse of the modern superhero movie. Fourth place goes to Bad Guys 2, an animated sequel earning $10.4 million. That's a solid showing for a family film, especially in a crowded summer box office where competition is fierce and attention spans are short. It's engineered for families, just engaging enough for kids, just tolerable for adults, and perfectly timed for a weekend outing. Studios know parents are always searching for something safe and fun to do with their children, and this film fits the bill. Animated family films are box office constants. Parents need a safe, air-conditioned escape, and kids crave colorful adventures. It's a formula that rarely fails, especially when the weather outside is sweltering. Bad Guys 2 fills this niche with practiced ease, offering a familiar world and characters that audiences already trust. The first film charmed with its heist premise and unique style, surprising many with its wit and visual flair. The sequel's challenge: recapture that spark or risk becoming just another predictable family film in a sea of sequels. Sequels often trade originality for broader appeal, smoothing out the quirks that made the original stand out. The villains are now straightforward heroes, the jokes simpler, the action bigger, and the stakes more cartoonish. The $10.4 million weekend shows the brand is trusted for harmless diversion, a safe bet for parents, and a guaranteed good time for kids. It doesn't need to be a masterpiece, just competent, colorful, and fun enough to keep everyone entertained for 90 minutes. Bright colors, fast action, simple humor, mission accomplished. The formula is familiar, but it works. The likely plot? The reformed bad guys face a new threat using old skills for good, learning lessons along the way and showing that anyone can change. It's a standard sequel formula, reinforcing the lesson that it's better to be good than bad, and that teamwork and friendship always win. The animation style remains a highlight, blending 2D and 3D for visual flair, giving the film a look that stands out from the crowd. These films are often a child's first movie experience, a gateway to a lifetime of cinema and a memory that families share together. Bad Guys 2 may not spark critical debate, but it's a box office workhorse, quietly racking up ticket sales week after week. It keeps the seats filled and the lights on, one family at a time, providing a reliable option for moviegoers of all ages. Not the star, but the stagehand of the box office, making sure the show goes on for everyone. Its contribution is quiet but essential, supporting the industry and keeping theaters busy. In the grand theater of cinema, not every film needs to be a showstopper. Sometimes consistency is the real hero. Sometimes reliability is its own kind of success, and that's something worth celebrating. And for families, Bad Guys 2 delivers exactly what's needed: a fun, safe, and memorable trip to the movies. Rounding out the top 5 is The Naked Gun, the fourth entry in a long-running comedy franchise. It earned $8.37 million, a modest but notable showing for a relic of slapstick parody. The original films were chaotic, absurd, and brilliant in their stupidity. Reviving this franchise now, with a new lead, is a risky move. Comedy ages poorly. What was once edgy can now feel dated or even offensive. The film's opening suggests a small but loyal audience remains. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's curiosity from a new generation. The challenge: capture the original spirit without feeling like a pale imitation. Leslie Nielsen's deadpan legacy looms large, impossible to replicate. Any new actor is competing with a beloved ghost. The film isn't a breakout hit, but it's not ignored either. It exists in limbo, a relic on the modern stage. Are the jokes still sight gags and wordplay, or awkwardly updated for today? The name alone drew a crowd, even if the film is a shadow of its former self. It's a strange, slightly sad sight, a once great franchise now a faint echo. Not all things should be resurrected. Some are better left as memories. Yet for one weekend, it made the list. A fleeting moment in the spotlight before fading into obscurity. A curious footnote in this weekend's box office, and a testament to unpredictable tastes. Sometimes, nostalgia is enough to keep a ghost alive, but only for a moment. So concludes our weekend dissection. We saw original horror triumph, nostalgia revived, and superheroes begin to fade. The cycle never ends. New titans are already on the horizon. The box office food chain is unforgiving. Thank you for your time and attention. Tell me which film left the biggest impression on you in the comments. Farewell.